Does your hair always look perfect after the salon, but you can never do it yourself? Okay, well that was me for a really long time until I finally invested in the Drybar double barrel, and I have all the curlers as well. So stick along and I'm gonna show you how I accomplished this hair. I love this blow dryer. I think I'll probably get the single barrel. Interested in getting the hot curlers. Anything that they have is pretty much amazing. I really love how it's not too loud. This is relatively quiet. The Drybar is absolutely my favorite. We're gonna start out by sectioning the hair. I did already give myself a pretty good head start, but you just part your hair however you like. I do slightly off center. I mean, I'm doing a little bit more center at this moment, but when it gets to the actual blow dry, I do all the center together, and then I just allow it to fall, separating the first quadrant. I have already inserted into my hair my BB thickening spray. It preps hair for a lush blow dry. I also have BB's Bumble and Bumble, hairdresser's invisible oil, and heat protector, primer, yada yada. It's already been in my hair. It's been marinating. So now we're ready. I'm gonna start with the absolute bottom layer. I love the Drybar clips. They're bright yellow. Yellow's usually not my color, but there's something about them. They just work great. They don't really catch the hair too much. I mean, it happens, but it's not too bad. For some of these, I'm gonna do the lower settings, and as I go up, I am gonna be putting all of the little curlers, you know, rollers. Let's find the next layer. My whole game plan is to use the smaller rolls on the bottom of my hair because I don't really need as much volume. I actually want more length on the bottom of my hair, and then use the bigger ones for my layers that are on top to make them bounciful and beautiful. I don't have thick hair, but I have a lot of hair, so I'm trying to make all 20 curlers work in my head. They don't all have to be touching it, but as long as they're all curling with it, it's pretty good. So far, so cute. We're getting there. Oh my gosh, see, like the hot setting literally gets so hot that I just feel like it's burning my hair. I know that like hairstylists will say, oh, it needs to be so hot, but you know what? Yeah, a little bit. Also, if it's burning my fingers, I'm pretty sure it's a little too hot. You know, it doesn't have to be pretty, you just have to do it. All right, honestly, like we're getting through it pretty quick. I sometimes avoid using the curlers because I just feel like they take so long. It's really often that I will do the curl of the top, like this section, but doing the whole head is a full different experience. I'm kind of excited to see how it goes. So this is the fun part, because of course this hair all meshes together once all the product's in it. I'm gonna brush through it a little bit. This part. Bangs, fringe, or layers are, or you're just, you know, your face framing hair. I always like to separate that out because I want that to be airiest, highest in the room, blowy, flows in the wind. I want it to be so sleek and sexy. So everything else I can kind of half it. It's the star of the show, crown on your head. Who is Miss Hollywood? That's what it feels like. fit inside of each other. That works for now. So like the whole premise of it is you're trying to get the root hot. You want the root to dry, and then you should go to the outside hairs. The outside hairs are more porous. They have had more damage. So I try not to put too much heat for a long time on the bottom of the hair. Worst case scenario, you can always go back over it with like a little curling iron or something, but I try not to just go too ham with the blow dryer on the end pieces. I just feel like it fries them off. That's my personal preference, but to each their own. Let's do a small one, and I'll do another small one. I'm just saving my big ones for my top hair. Also, there's only so much room on my head, so I have to be conscious of that as well. Okay, we're getting so close now. Redo this one really quick. I'm finding this middle section to be a bit thick, so I'm gonna go and separate a few pieces on the side again. So when it comes to just like the baby fringe, or even just like your side face frame fringe, I try to never do too intense of heat except for on the parts that I really want to get volume. Because I just think, I mean, I live in Hollywood, I'm always doing my hair, going out, seeing live music, all that good stuff. And so I don't want to do my hair all like this all the time. It's not good for your hair. I've had some damaged hair in the past when I moved back from Australia. I've been bleaching it for 3 years, and I had like accidentally gone blonde once. Like I was in Oahu right before I went to Australia, and I went to go get a balayage touch-up. The lady gave me baby lights instead, which if you know what that means I had a full head of tiny little highlights all the way to the root of blonde. So I was essentially blonde, which was a little bit shocking, but then I was about to go on an Australian adventure, and so I was kind of like, okay, I'm blonde for Australia, but the ripple effect was thousands of dollars in maintaining it and the integrity of my hair, essentially. Amazingly, I have one more little small guy, which is perfect because let's just put a small guy right here. That one back a little bit so that I have room for all of the volume that I'm going to be putting in the front. As you notice, I go over it with a roller a bunch because I'm trying to grab all of the little frizz and little flyaway hairs. I really want it to all be tucked in secure like this. They don't always end up executed like that, but there is a goal in mind. All tight and tucked in there for the most part. Doesn't want to join, then that's fine. We can put it in the next roller. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put on a little bit of makeup, not much. I'm just really gonna just put on some sunscreen, just some equal out my skin a little moment. My man was like, one day, just grab this for me, and he was like, oh my gosh, I got you a fan for when you're, you know, fanning off your setting spray. I thought it was such a cute thing for him to get for me. It even has like a little standing holder. Danielle Creations. I don't know. I mean, it's just straight from Burlington, but it's just a cute little fan. We even got like rechargeable batteries, and it is rechargeable. So it's super awesome and cute. So now for the grand reveal. It is time to see how my hair turned out. We'll start by taking out some of these clips. I've only had it in now for half an hour. Of course, if you leave it in for hours and hours and hours, it's just gonna set more and more and more. The only difference I could have done is put a little bit of hairspray. I tend to hold off on the hairspray until the last moment because it just makes it really hard to work with the hair after it's been sprayed. And then I actually think it kind of makes the hair look oily sooner. I naturally have kind of wavy curly hair, so when I do a blowout, it stays. If you don't, you may be needing hairspray frequently, but my hair will stay. Let's find the next one. So far, this is what we're working with. So far, it's not too shabby. I mean, even without the top layer, it's looking super cute, super fun, super flirty. I just feel hotter. Like, you know when you just feel hotter? This is like the favorite part. Okay, it's giving Farrah Fawcett at the moment, like super Farrah Fawcett. Okay, so I'm gonna brush her out a bit. This is the vibe. I mean, I think it's pretty perfect. And now that it's volumized to like the fullest extent, then I can go in and put a little bit of hairspray. I probably would try to redirect this hair more in the back until I leave. Just hold her up and out of my face. But then when I'm ready to leave, take them out and just feel fabulous, you know? Did you do your hair for this? Like, I actually did. But I did it for myself. I just wanted to remind myself that my hair be poppin'. That is how I do my big blowout. It's kind of my regular hair. I don't always do all of the rollers, but the rollers, it does give it this just extra volumized lightness. It really does just make you feel pretty fabulous, and I gotta be honest, I'm loving how it looks. Very happy with the results. I don't think my hair trim turned out too bad either. Maybe she's born with it, maybe it's Drybar. I hope that you learned a thing or two about doing a blowout. That's my hair tutorial. I hope you liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun having you join me for the time. Well, we'll see you next time on my next glow up video.